The lab profile. What's the story? How does the lab profile help you as a manager? How can you use it to improve your business, your results? The language and behavior lab profile is a linguistic interview. It is designed to discover a person's functional brain architecture. What makes this person tick? The lab profile training teaches managers a 10 to 15-minute interview, which they use to determine if an employee can perform some specific task or not, and to know exactly how to manage and motivate and influence them. The complete lab profile interview uncovers which of 54 possible work-related patterns of thinking and performance capabilities a person is more comfortable performing, as well as which patterns does this person have difficulty with. For instance, is this person naturally good at focusing on details, or is this person better suited for big picture tasks? And for instance, is this person good at following procedures? Or does this person struggle when having to follow procedures and needs to come up with new options instead? When managers use the lab profile to discover the whole array of capabilities of their top performers, they are uncovering the innate capabilities needed when they are hiring other top performers in their department. For each specific task, the lab profile capabilities needed for top performance are often different from the capabilities needed for other tasks. Managers around the world are using the lab profile to find, hire, and train employees and are able to consistently build and manage top-performing teams because the lab profile gives them the tools to be precise in training and motivating the members of the group. It turns out that each of the lab patterns has its own motivating language. Generally, the language a manager needs to use to motivate someone who is detail-oriented is usually the same language needed to motivate all employees who are detail-oriented. Each manager using the lab profile at any moment can recognize an employee's pattern and use the appropriate motivating language with that person. So what are some of the thinking and performance patterns which the lab profile helps managers recognize and understand? Specific versus general. Is this person more comfortable with details and specifics, or is this person better suited for working with the big picture? Procedures versus options. Is this person more comfortable learning and accurately performing predefined procedures, or is this person better suited for making up new procedures and processes each time? Internal versus external. Is this person deciding for themselves, or is this person always needing others to decide for them? Toward and away from. Is this person more comfortable moving toward some outcome, or is this person always looking for and complaining about the flaws and the errors? Self versus other. Is this person usually paying attention to themselves and their own reactions, or is this person always paying attention to how others are acting and reacting? Initiate versus patience. Is this person more comfortable initiating, or is this person always looking for and waiting for others to initiate? These patterns I've just described are only a sample of the 54 performance patterns a person could have. If you have been managing for a while, you've had to deal with fallout because of people with these patterns. Would you like to know more about how to manage folks with these patterns? If you're a manager and you have an employee who cannot follow procedures, or who cannot understand the details, or who cannot get started performing their task, or who cannot decide on their own, you would probably be annoyed or frustrated with that employee's performance. But if you knew how to motivate and influence employees with these patterns, you would know what to do and say to get this person back on track. If you have a well-performing team where all of the employees are essentially doing the same task, you will probably have some 10 to 15 patterns of thinking and performing that are the most common among the people on your team. So usually your ability to motivate any team member will be the same as you would use for others on the team. But many departments have many different kinds of tasks being performed, and in that case your top performers in each task are likely to have more varied lab profile patterns across those tasks. So you will need to know more precisely what motivates each of these groups you are managing. The lab profile is a tool you can use for understanding the capabilities of your team and for motivating your whole team of individuals. If you want to understand how to motivate your team and how to motivate your bosses, click the link which came with this video and discover how to learn the lab profile. Some people have expressed surprise at the cost of this program. It is essentially the one-time corporate cost for hiring the wrong person. having to let them go because they don't fit the team or the task, or having to hire a replacement. So the lab profile is an investment in stabilizing your teams and boosting your teams and your own performance. And the lab profile is going to give you a successful skill set which you will consistently use throughout your whole career.